Not very thirsty. Would not stop floating. Thirsty boy.
Baby, can you do it like that? From the front to the back.
Check. Getting those last little sips in. Decided to repot this guy after I'd already watered it. This guy always wants a drink. Just needed one sip. Slurp.
I wanna see some.
Could he try most likely try to see if you can handle the sex, probably give us that panic attack. So
if you kill plants from overwatering, this method might be for you. This is called semi-hydroponic. Instead of soil, we're using a product called LECA. LECA is an acronym meaning a lightweight expanded clay aggregate. Not that it really matters. The important part is that we are keeping the plant in water all the time. And now you're like, Tanner, if it's sitting in water, won't they die from overwatering? The answer is no. I would never lead you astray. Come on, you guys. Okay, here's how it works. We have these clay pebbles, right? And you can see there's tons of air gaps in between them. They don't fit very tightly, so there's always airflow. Lack of airflow is what is giving your plants root rot. That's why they're dying. But, you know, those little gaps, they save that plant from getting rotted, the roots rotting. I can't tell you how many times I've had to redo this voiceover because I keep getting tongue twisted. Okay, so yeah, we fill all the roots, we get that LECA all around the roots, and then we just keep a third of the container filled with water at all times. The LECA is going to wick it up, it's going to hydrate the roots, and they're not going to rot. Look at that, easy peasy.
Houseplants for a living, and I'm going to show you how to repot this plant. You can see that there's roots growing out the bottom, which is a good sign that we need to repot it. I'm going to use this flower urn as my pot, and I'm going to plant into this plastic tray, but it doesn't have any drainage holes, so we got to whip out the drill. I am going to drill my own holes in it. As you can see, it's really not that hard. You can do it too. Next, we're going to put some soil in the pot. I have a little trick you'll see in a second, but first off, we got to get the plant out of the pot. If you give it a gentle squeeze, it'll come out easier. So here's my trick. I take the old pot and I stick it in the soil, so I make kind of like a mold. That way the plant will fit perfectly. Then we got to top off with a little extra soil to cover the roots. And then I always add some drainage pebbles underneath. I can talk about that more in another video. Here's some big mistakes people make. If you have uneven soil, then all the water will collect and only water that side of the plant. So you need to make sure that you pat evenly all the way across the soil. And we don't want the soil to go to the top of the pot because then when you go to water, it'll all spill over. So you need to leave a little gap like this. Any questions?
Why am I overwatering my succulents? Because I'm not. When watering plants, including succulents, the amount of water doesn't matter. What matters is how often you water.
This is the process that I like to go through every time I bring a plant home. This is plant advice that works for me, so please stop leaving hate comments. I like to rinse off the plant with a cold shower to knock off any bugs if present. This also helps clean off dust and dirt. Next, I like to spray down the plant with a neem oil mixture. Pause the video to see the contents. This is more of a preventative measure in case there's any bacteria or lingering pest on the plant. What I like to do next is apply a systemic insect control to the top layer of the soil. You can find this linked in my Amazon storefront in my bio. I bottom watered this plant today, but the next time you top water is when it's going to be activated. Quarantine for about 2 weeks and monitor for changes.
I have to show you something, what I do. Okay. Alright. That's how I just do it. Yep.
5 plants that are easy to take care of, that are not boring, and will not break the bank. Philodendron micans. Fast growing, keep the soil moist, and just bright and direct sunlight. Monstera adansani just need to keep the soil moist, does not need much light, and is fast growing. Calathea rattlesnake just needs humidity, keep the soil moist, and also does not require much light. Very pretty too. Ficus elastica ruby, this requires bright and direct light, needs some humidity, and just keep the soil moist. Philodendron Birkin is a now much easier to find plant, bright and direct light, and keep the soil moist.
Oh God, I'll never make it this time! This is the end!
Anyway, ranking my plants from smallest to massive.
Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce.
5 reasons why you should put a snake plant in your bedroom. Number 1, according to NASA's Clean Air study, some plants are better at producing oxygen, and snake plants are considered to be one of the highest oxygen producing plants. Number 2, most plants only produce oxygen during the day. Snake plants are one of the few plants that continues to produce oxygen at night, which helps with better sleep. Number 3, snake plants remove harmful toxins like pollutants that can be found in cleaning supplies and regular household products, which means they're also great at combating allergies. Number 4, they're super easy to take care of and can thrive in any kind of lighting scenario and don't require a lot of water. And number 5, they're aesthetically pleasing.